This is indeed a very day for all of us. For those who don't know me, I am James, Karen's dad, and on behalf of my beautiful, loving, and sexy wife, Anne-Marie, yes, I'm allowed to say that, and together with Peter's parents, Yuhun and Suki, I would like to start by giving you all a very warm welcome to all of you friends and family who have joined us to celebrate Peter and Karen's wedding. I'd like to bring a special welcome to Peter's brothers, Teho and James, and their families, and to Kevin, who is the MC, and to the many of you who have traveled considerable distances to be here. We have people coming across several oceans, across the pond, the UK, and across many provinces, and across Ontario itself to be here. So in keeping with tradition, the father of the bride, that's me, get to make the first speech at the wedding reception. And I've heard that it is a speech which is something to be endured as opposed to be enjoyed. So I'm sorry for that. By your presence today, you show your friendship and your love and bring even greater joy to this wonderful day to Karen and Peter. Heavenly Father, we do thank you for bringing Karen and Peter together. Some of us call it love at first sight, or second sight, or third sight. I call it a divine connection between two wonderful people. I must admit, I'm the proudest dad right now in the world when I have walked Karen down the aisle earlier today and at Trinity Street Church. And as Peter and Karen were saying their vows, and Maria and I knew that we were not losing a daughter, but we were actually gaining a son. So it's a pleasure, Peter, to welcome you formally in the family, yourself and your family. As parents, as much as we try not to interfere in the lives of our children, we always hope that once our children are grown, that they will make all the right choices and that things will go well for them. So we are really delighted that Karen chose Peter to be her husband. What can I tell you about Karen? Well, I knew from the very beginning when she was born in Toronto at the Women's College Hospital at 12:59 a.m. that Karen would be very special. And for the next little while, if it sounds like I'm bragging on Karen, it is because I am. I'm so proud of her, and this speech is one of the rare occasions I get to brag. So this is for you, Karen. As you can see, Karen is always cheerful and smiling. I mean, if you look at her, she's always smiling again. And when she was little, I used to call her Fearless Karen, and that's because of one time when she was 6 years old, we went to Disney World in Orlando, and I was looking at the Tower of Terror, which is one of those big castles where you go up the elevator and then it drops you suddenly. And Karen was looking at me, we were watching this, and said, "Daddy, don't worry, I'll come with you." So she held my hand and off we went. And I learned afterwards that she was really scared, but she wanted to come with me. And Karen is also very hardworking and determined. I mean, from when she started high school in grade 9, Karen wanted to join the badminton club. And she has never played badminton before, so she wanted to join the school club. And she was so determined to play, but there was nobody who wanted to play with her because she didn't know how to play. So between grade 9 and grade 12, not only did she know how to play, she became the regional champion for 2 times. She became the VIP for the badminton team, and she won several regional championships just because, by sheer determination and hard work. She was training every day. And when Karen was little, she wasn't really that interested in studies. What was more important was making friends, socializing, and being pretty. So I can say today that while she's still making friends, socializing, and you're looking still pretty awesome. I'm her dad, so I'm allowed to say that. Karen is also very compassionate. Growing up, she always cared about others. She would volunteer in the children's ministry in church. She has organized several fundraising for World Vision and other charitable organizations. And one event that I'm particularly proud was for her 23rd birthday. She was a med student at Queen's University. And for her birthday, what she really wanted was to organize an event that eventually fed 150 people in need at Martha's Table. She invited 2 chefs from the Kingston area, organized the fundraising, and all her friends at church and school to volunteer, and they cooked and served everyone at the table just to celebrate her birthday. The next birthday was a bit quiet. While in Hamilton, Karen also showed her compassion, and she was going out and serving sandwiches to the homeless in the street in the cold weather. And she has also gone to Ghana and Ethiopia, where she spent several months working with different NGOs. She always believed that to be a Christian, she's called to serve her community, the poor, the underprivileged, and those in need. Now, the last adjective I will qualify Karen as she's humble. Now, I know how can I use this word after I've spent the last 5 minutes bragging on Karen and telling everyone how proud I am of her. But if you were to compliment her today and telling her how good she is, the one reply you are likely to get back, and that's something I really love hearing her say, she would say, it's all God. To me, that shows humility, because she knows and understands that all good things come from God. And with Jesus, all things are possible. So yes, when I started talking about Karen and said, I knew she was special. From the moment she was born, she is special. She's great. And I believe that with God, Karen, along with Peter, is not only going to be a world changer, but going to be a history maker. Now, I want to tell you a little bit something about Peter. Like every father hopes that his daughter will find a reliable, loving, considerate partner. And as much as we try not to interfere in their lives, we always hope our children will make the right choices. And Karen chose Peter. Now, from Karen's words, Peter is kind, considerate, selfless, altruistic, loving, very respectful, and smart. Now, I know Peter is very smart. How do I know that? Well, he chose Karen to be his wife. One of the first things that Karen once wrote in her blog, I think it was only a few months after she met Peter for the first time. They were talking about friendship and other stuff. So what she wrote was, and I'm quoting, Peter Hong, a fellow CMDS 2016 graduate, whom I met at the wedding, shared this piece by C.S. Lewis. It perfectly sets the tone. And that's the quote from C.S. Lewis. But in friendship, being free of all that, we think that we have chosen our peers. In reality, a few years difference in the dates of our births, a few miles between certain houses, the choice of one university instead of another, posting to different regiments, the accident of a topic being raised or not being raised at the first meeting, any of these chances might have kept us apart. But for a Christian, there are, strictly speaking, no chances. There's a secret master of ceremonies at work. That's Christ, who said to his disciples, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. So we can believe that Christ today can truly say to every group of Christian friends, you have not chosen one another, but I have chosen you for one another. That would be Christ saying that. The friendship is not a reward for our discrimination and good taste in finding one another. It is an instrument by which God reveals to each the beauties of all the others. There are no greater than the beauties of 1,000 other men by friendship, that God opens our eyes to them. They are like all beauties derived from Him, and then in a good friendship increased by Him through the friendship itself. That's the end of the quote. So during the time that we have known Peter, we have come to realize just how special he is to Karen. Anyone can see that they are made for each other. I'm sure you will agree they make a beautiful couple. So may they be blessed with happiness that grows and love that lasts and a peaceful life together. We wish them enjoyment for today, the fulfillment of their hopes and dreams for tomorrow, and love and happiness always. So it's my pleasure to propose a toast to the happy couple. Please stand and raise your glasses. The bride and groom, Karen and Peter.
Bride and groom.
Yes.
To the bride and groom.